Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the team build required to beat the TEQ Buu, Good and Pure Evil, and basically get a nice idea as to how you can beat the event with relative ease, and also obviously give a little bit of an opinion on his Extreme Z Awakening, which we now have in Dokkan. So TEQ Buu Good and TEQ Buu Evil has recently received their Extreme Z Awakening in both JP and Global. The units categories that are effective in the Extreme Z battle is Time Limit and Int, and the Extreme Z battle does not require legendary power to be active, as obviously it's just a standard DFE. Now there are 30 stages and there are missions as well, and we're going to take a look at the team build to get through all 30 of them with relative ease. Now I will say, in terms of time limit category, there is not a lot of great leads. The time limit category doesn't have a ton of fantastic leads right now, at least, like in general I will say, and especially when you look from the int side of things, there's not a lot going on here. Time limit has only the TEQ, Goku and Vegeta. There are a lot of alternative leads, like building a Majin Buu Saga team under AGL SS3 Goku, building a youth team under Gotenks, building an Otherworld Warriors team, or just straight up building a pure int team are all kind of viable options. I will say you just want to avoid the AGL characters outside of SS3 Goku, because the SS3 Goku does a whole bunch of crits and is pretty much immune, as long as you got a Majin Buu Saga category unit, to the damage, so he's more than fine to take along. We're going to be building a little bit of a Otherworld Warriors team here today, so an Otherworld Warriors / Super Saiyan 3 team. I will suggest either this team or the youth team are probably the best options that I find. Having double int EZA Gotenks or even standard int Gotenks is going to help you out a lot. So the youth team works out pretty nicely. You also have the option of using TEQ SS3 Gotenks on the JP side if you have them, and in general things work out pretty good. Now, aside from this team, could definitely get it done off the back of the int Gotenks, so it's more than a viable option. For me, one of the better run teams, or teams that you could run that could work out pretty nicely, is Otherworld Warriors. So you can run Frieza as a lead and run Otherworld Warriors. There's not a huge roster for it, but there's just about enough to make things work. And the fact that you have, well, I think Frieza's a Res Warriors lead, but yeah, you have to avoid the Res Warriors lead, but Frieza can be incorporated onto the team quite well. It's int SS3 Goku, I think, where things work out really nicely. You could also use Frieza as just an int type lead if you want to. The reason I refrain from using like a pure int team is because finding a friend lead is pretty difficult. Like, there's not a lot of friend leads that just stand out for int type units. Like, it's either there has to be Gotenks, or it has to be Gogeta, or it has to be Frieza, or just in general it's not going to be an optimal pick. There's a lot of Super Saiyan 3 AGL Gokus, however, so I thought let's go with an Otherworld Warriors / Super Saiyan 3 team. That'll all work out pretty nicely because all the SS3 units are all going to be Majin Buu Saga, so that'll kind of pull through. And then obviously the rest of the units will all fit under Otherworld Warriors. So in general this team will look pretty decent. Obviously filling out the roster is going to just depend on yourself, but for me things work out relatively quite nicely. It also enables us to use one or two free-to-play options like Goku and Goku, so SS3 Goku and baseline Goku, and in general just ends up working out nicely as a team. So I decided to go with this one. I thought it worked best. You can use the int SS3 Goku or you can use the AGL one. Highly suggest you use the AGL one, as I also again found like that resulted in the best outcome overall. So let's talk a little bit about obviously the EZA. So as you can see, the team will handle things fine. It handles the speed missions fine. It's going to handle this fine as well, so it's not really a major issue. In terms of like TEQ Buu, I think the EZA is very, very good. So obviously you have the key +3, the attack and defense of 150%, You've got the huge damage reduction increase, which is really impressive, especially against or with a Majin Power unit. So with a Majin Power unit, all 3 phases of Buu now have 70% damage reduction. This is pretty big, especially when you consider the other big Majin Power units, obviously the physical LR Buuhan, and now all of a sudden they just basically pair up amazingly together. And also that this unit pairs up and shares like 5 links with the new Int Majin Buu. So there's definitely a very big like incentive to run them with a Majin Power unit. It's not too difficult to imagine running them alongside a Majin Power unit, so I don't think that's even remotely like something difficult. Overall, a very good unit. Obviously the Buu super transformation is still locked behind a transformation condition, but right now Buu looks good in pretty much every single phase, so yeah, we're gonna have to see. But for me, this unit's looking very mean and very good. So I'm excited to try them out. I'll definitely try and get the review out as quickly as possible. But right now these guys are looking great, and so I'm super keen to see where they go from here. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care and bye.